And folks, a very pleasant good morning and welcome back to Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. I'm Andrew Bleckman, and I'm here with Scott Savin, who'll be joining me for the first 7 games of this first matinee performance. We will have 9 games for you beginning at 12 noon. In addition to fast and fun Jai-Alai action, each of today's games offers Win Play Show, Quinella, Exacta, and Trifecta wagering. Again, if these terms are new to you, of course, we'll explain them throughout the performance here today. We have a couple specialty wagering options. We got 2 pick 3s now. Not one, we got an early pick 3 that begins in game 4, encompasses games 4 through 6, and a late pick 3 that covers games 7 through 9. To play the pick 3, correctly pick the winners of those 3 games to cash in on that pick 3. We also have the high-paying High 5 Jackpot. Emphasis, of course, on that high-paying. Went for $2,000 in that first matinee. Second performance, the afternoon one yesterday, gave us a little bit of carryover headed into today. I think it was 400 and change. So looking for that potentially if we get a big pool, or if it carries over one time here today, we could be looking at over $2,000. And that's the mighty Ocho. To play that, correctly pick the winners of games 3 through 7. If you get all those winners correct and you have the only ticket with that number combination, that is how you will cash in on the $2,000 guarantee in each and every performance if you get all 5 right and you are the only ticket to do so. Of course, we also have the mighty Ocho Jackpot. That begins in game number 1. The mighty Ocho, similar to the High 5, just a little more difficult. It's a pick 8. You got to pick the winners of the first 8 games correctly. Got to be the only ticket to do so. And if you do that, there's $3,000 in it for you. That carryover is approaching $2,000, and perhaps we'll get over that mark at some point here this season to make that pot a little more lucrative and get over $3,000 if you get all 8 bets correct there in games 1 through 8. And if you'd like to wager, we do have online wagering available. A couple of different websites you can use. You can go to watchandwager.com. If you're in the state of Connecticut, you can go to mywinners.com. But placing bets, of course, is not necessary to enjoy all that we have in store for you here today. We do have a scratch, as the screen shows. We do have one scratch, number 9, Fred. A scratch from all of his scheduled appearances here today. And he's been taken out of those entries for the weekend, so Fred will be out here today, and this will be a complete rundown of that scratch of Fred as it affects this Friday matinee performance. It's going to affect the first 3 games only the first game of that High 5 and nothing with the pick 3s. So game 1, post 3, you're going to scratch Fred and replace him with Cool Fitness. Game 1, post 3, scratch Fred, replace him with Cool Fitness. Game 2, post 4, scratch Fred, replace him with CRB. Game 2, post 4, going to scratch Fred, replace him with CRB. And finally, going to go to game 3, post 1, scratch Fred, replace him with Vuelo. Game 3, post 1, scratch Fred, and replace him with Vuelo. And then, as we said there, games 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are all clear. Fred out of those doubles games. So nothing will be impacted in the latter 2/3 of this performance here today. And folks, we recognize that many of you are still sheltering in place or safer at home, or of course just trying to get by as best you can as we all confront this new normal. And wherever you may be, we hope that you're safe, healthy, and we're just glad that we're able to bring you Jai-Alai as sports entertainment this morning or afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. So we now welcome you to sit back and relax, because at 12 noon, it is time to play Jai-Alai. And Scott, back here for this performance today. And something I noticed, you got this, 12 p.m. we start here, then you go 4, and then Dania is on at 7. So you could, in theory, be sitting on your couch 12 to almost 12 straight hours of Jai-Alai. So that's not a bad Friday in my book.
It's terrific. If you're a Jai-Alai fan, what could be better? And as you said, Andrew, you don't have to know or understand parimutuel wagering. I know most of the people tuning in do, but we're happy to welcome newcomers to the broadcast and teach them about Jai-Alai as well. And the latest in stew news, Sandbar Bar and Grill down in the Cayman Islands. Sandbar Bar and Grill.
Sure.
Stew sighting last night. So.
they got a picture. Yeah,
got a picture.
A little blurry, but we got one. We found him. So hopefully we'll get Stu back in the building here. Yeah, no, he'll be back here next week. Checked in with him. Said he's doing well, alive and well. So that's all good. And we missed Stu, and we hope that he's back here soon. Well, we got 5 minutes till we get into game 1. And yesterday was a pretty interesting day. The win column not a lot of guys were able to find it. A couple of guys dominated. He had Al Barba, just continued on with his great play in those early games. It just day in, day out, he's good for seemingly one or, at least one win, if not two in those early games he plays in 4 of. Douglas also, he seems to be back to his old form where he was dominating those late games. 4 wins for him. And then Bueno, best week he's had in a while. He picked up 3 wins. He got an opportunity to substitute in those early games, but you got to do that if he wants to hold on to that third and final bonus money slot there. So those are the 3 guys that have really dominated. And outside of that, you got Vuelo found the win column once, Jen got 1, and Carballo got 1. So there's a lot of guys here that are looking to get back on track in this Friday performance.
Absolutely. Barba clearly is what we would call in the zone.
Yep.
And kind of zen right now. He's playing a little calmer, a little smarter. He's winning a lot of games, and it's great to see. Hopefully, people like CRB, Tennessee, there's
right.
someone who was regularly winning games. Doesn't seem like he's, hit the board. Well, I say hit the board, but been in the win column
right.
in a while. So look for him to hopefully step up. But yeah, right now, Barba is the strength of those early games. As you said, Bueno made the most of his opportunities. Clearly, Douglas was Douglas yesterday.
Yep.
Ron absent from the wins yesterday.
Yeah,
so
nothing for him.
We'll see him step up. And, the pet project, my favorite thing, the doubles. I think we had 2 different teams move up to 2 wins now. I know it's getting a bit of a log jam, which is exactly what we like to see.
Yeah, we got a lot of the same colors up here. Yeah, 3 wins for Osier and Douglas, 3 wins for Diaz and Carballo. They're tied for first. And then, CRB and Ben got a win. And Bueno, Tennessee, they've got 2. Barba, Kubalo with 2. And then every other team has got 1. No team is winless thus far. And only 2 games separates Team 1 and Team number 9 in those standings. So that's going to be a great conclusion to that doubles tournament here through the final 6 weeks of this season. And we now have just 3 minutes till we get into that first game. Another reminder of the scratch here. Post 3, you're going to scratch Fred. He is out of all of his scheduled appearances here today. You're going to replace him in Game 1, Post 3 with Cool Fitness. And to get you all up to the start of that second game, we got this video here that's going to explain the scoring format for the first 8 games of this 9-game performance. And that, of course, is Spectacular 7 scoring. Take a look.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And we're now less than a minute from the start of Game 1. Final reminder of the scratch here. Post 3, scratch Fred, replace him with Cool Fitness. Game 1, Post 3, scratch Fred, replace him with Cool Fitness. Fred is scratched from all of his scheduled appearances here today. That only impacts the first 3 games of this performance. And on the flip side of that, we talked about some of the guys who are playing well this week. 2 guys, nothing on the board thus far. You got Osier. I think he's got 6 games this week. He's 0 for 6 in the money. And then Anderluck as well. Same thing for him, 0 for 6 in the money. Both of those guys were struggling yesterday. See if they can get back on track here. And also you talked about CRB was playing well. Diaz also showed some really good stuff there in those early games yesterday. So see if he can find the win column here today. Both of those guys, CRB and Diaz, looking for their first wins. JR says game time. Let's get into game number 1.
All right, Andrew, and we'll see if we come out of the box a little stronger than we did yesterday. I think we will.
Yes.
It's day 2 of the week, so I'm sure we will.
Yes. Let's hope so here. Game 1. First game of the day will be a Spectacular 7 singles match. We'll be playing up to 7 points. Points will double after all those matchups in the first round of play. To begin serving in the red shirt of Post 1, we have CRB, and receiving in the blue Post 2, we have Osier. And we're about to get underway with game one here. CRB serves, Asier blue post 2. CRB serve begins the first game of the day. Asier comes out with a nice reverse. That's caught by CRB up at the 7 line. There's Asier. Good catch. CRB middle of the court. That reverse comes out to the rebote. High bouncing rebote. Asier hangs with it. Gets it up off the front wall. Here's CRB up at the 7. Plays this. Back corner. Rebote once more. Forehand rebote is going to hit. CRB winds up the Costado. Beats him to the inside. That scores point 1. One first up on the board here in this first game. That'll bring to the court. White shirt to post 3. Here's Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness at reverse, clips the sidewall, comes out to the rebote. There's CRB digging it out. 2-all. There's Cool Fitness on the outside. Powerful forehand. Scoop attempt missed there by CRB on the outside, point 3. In receive, green shirt to post 4. Here's El Barba. El Barba charges in, makes that catch at the 9 line. There's Cool Fitness. Right along the sidewall, powers this reverse. Rebote comes out. Clipping the sidewall. Cool Fitness on the outside. Makes a catch. Goes for the carom. Lands just wide. Just out of play. Point 4. El Barba on the board. In receive, the black shirt to post 5. Tennessee. Reverse there by Tennessee. El Barba winds it up. 2-all is going to sail wide of the court. That's out of play. Point 5. It now the yellow shirt at post 6. And to receive for the first time today, we have Vuelo. Rebote doesn't come out as far as Tennessee thought. Kind of took a dead bounce. Good effort, though. Point 6. And now the pink shirt of post 7. Here's number 30, Diaz. Diaz backs up, makes that catch on the serve beyond the 12 line. This reverse high off the front wall, caught by Vuelo. 9 line. Goes for the 2-all, that one not cutting out. Diaz has got it on the outside. 3-wall play with that forehand to pass. There's Vuelo powering it to the inside on the rebote. That's a nice shot. There's Diaz, slide again, makes the catch. Rebote left side. Played right to the middle of the court. Diaz is there, winds up the Costado, keeps it inside. Vuelo missed it, tried to take it on the forehand side. Point 7. And in now to receive, rounding out the first round of play, purple shirt of post 8, we have Juice. Juice, good catch there. Powerful reverse to the inside. There's Diaz with a nice catch. Outside placement, not outside enough. Juice has got it. Keeps this forehand to the outside. Diaz has time, runs under it. Another good forehand. Juice takes it in the air at the 9 line. Low back to the inside, where that'll score. Point 8. And that will do it for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return here, post 2, Asier. Powerful serve from Juice there. That scores, 0.8. 3 points now for Juice. Returning, red shirt to post 1, we have CRB. Juice. Forehand, middle of the court. Great pickup there by CRB on the left side. Keeps this inside. Juice, another good catch. Kind of a high scoop on that left side. CRB takes it in the air. Comes over the top with that forehand. Going to catch 3 walls. Juice, middle of the court. That's a 2-wall going to the ground. That's a great save. CRB. Cortada from the outside. Scores. 0.1. Great point played by these two. CRB gets the point. He's got 3 points now. Returning, white shirt to post 3. Cool Fitness. He's going to be very good. Scoop attempt missed there right along the side wall, 0.3. And Cool Fitness now with 3 points. Here's the green shirt to post 4 again, El Barba. Barba keeps his forehand to the outside. That's tipped by Cool Fitness there, 0.4. El Barba now with 3 points. He's got Tennessee, black shirt to post 5. Back to receive. Tennessee, nice reverse. Rote's coming out for El Barba. Plays it at the 9 line. Clips the sidewall, comes out middle of the court. Tennessee on a quick bounce, brings it in, comes over the top with that forehand. Here's El Barba now, 9 line. Back to the inside, crossing the sidewall. There's Tennessee with a good catch. Low reverse, caught in the air by El Barba. He powers this one back. Rebote left side, turned hard by Tennessee. El Barba, good pickup again. Clips the sidewall, comes out. Just Tennessee in the air at the 11 line. Hard forehand. Caught again. Slows it down with the reverse 2-wall. Tennessee, no problem for him. He's got it. Karam from the outside. That sails wide of the court. 0.4. Possible game point here for El Barba. Green shirt to post 4. In to stop him, you have Vuelo. Vuelo plays this reverse to pass. El Barba gets the rebote up. 2 walls there, sending Vuelo to the outside beyond the 11 line. Powerful forehand. 3-wall play. El Barba runs back for it. Plays it. And just clears the overhead screen. Vuelo turns that one too far to the outside at his point in game. Green shirt of post 4, El Barba. 3-way playoff here for place and show. Second and third place. To begin, post 8 will serve to post 1. We got Juice serving to CRB. Good serve by Juice there, right along the side wall. That scores. That gives Juice a possible place point. Sorry, CRB get... I'm not crazy. Juice did get that point. Thought it was Juice. He's got possible place point. He's serving to Cool Fitness. Point in place, post 8 Juice. We'll have CRB serving to Cool Fitness now. And this will be for Show Point, third place. CRB running up, taking it in the air at the 8 line. Deep with that reverse. Cool Fitness goes back for it. Not enough on it. 1 will show. Unofficial order finish for game 1, 4-8-1. 4-8 and 1. We'll get those official results coming up here in just a moment.
And, El Barba, as we said right before we went on the air, or right when we went on the air, he's in the zone, he's playing well, he's playing smart, he's playing under control. And one other thing for our listeners, Juice was out here real early this morning. I was over here early working hard on that court, and I said to him, listen, you're going to see results. You only get out what you put in. So takes the place in that game with a couple of really nice serves there at the end in the playoff.
Yeah, the serve was much improved, and the catching in particular on the left side. I mean, a couple tough catches right along the side wall there. So for Juice, very good game. A couple of guys played very well. Much better start than we've had.
Much better.
Yeah, much better than yesterday here as we see those prices there up on your screen right now. Or the 50-cent box price. 4 to win if you had El Barba. 620.
Yeah, people are starting to hone in on
people
that.
Are starting to get on that. Consolation in the Quinella. Nobody had to 48. So we got 4 all, returns 240. 8 all is going to return 380. $1 exact to 4-8. 71.20. Not bad start there. And the $2 trifecta. Trifecta top 3 finishers in the exact order. 4-8-1. 357.80. And again, the result there, 4-8-1. Post 4, El Barba with the win. Post 8 is Juice taking second. Post 1, CRB coming in third. 4-8-1 is official for that first game of the day. And a very good start. We'll move right along now into game number 2. Game 2. Another spectacular 7 singles match. Same group of players here. Although I think you get one new face. Yeah, you got Jedden in there. Post 7. We'll be going back up to 7 points. Points will double still after all those matchups there in the first round of play. Another scratch here to note in this second game. There's only one more scratch here coming in this third game next, so only 3 scratches. First 3 games, but game 2, post 4, you're going to scratch Fred, replace him with CRB. Game 2, post 4, scratch Fred, and replace him with CRB. Post time now for that second game. He's just 6 minutes away.
I really got the name El Barba from Coach JR. Like the first day I came into practice, he was like, "Oh, La Barbas." He called me the beard. And, it kind of just stuck. The most frustrating aspect of highlight for me probably would be anticipation. Because the ball's going so fast, you don't have time to wait to see where the ball's going to be thrown. It's frustrating, but at the end of the day, I'm playing a sport for money, okay? My goal is to go out there, win every point, as soon as I step on the court, win the game, and call that game a day. That's it.
Well, I don't think El Barba was satisfied with just one golden cesta. He's been close past few weeks, finally got one last week. That was his second of the year. Looking for number 3, he's out to that early lead. 5 wins for El Barba. Next closest, you got Douglas with 4 and Bueno with 3, but outside of that, 1 win. So it looks like he's got a 3-horse race coming for this week's Golden Cesta. And El Barba out to the lead again, and that is his 81st win of the season. Hard to believe, Scott. He has now surpassed Ben, who was just a couple of games outside of third about 2 months ago, a month and a half ago. El Barba has stormed back 81 wins. He is now in a solo 4th place, only 9 games behind Bueno for that third and final bonus money slot.
Yeah, quite a climb up the ladder, and it shows you what you can do if you sort of set your mind on things. And we'll use Stu's adage. The CTFB seems to be working for El Barba quite well. So nice to see him climbing the ladder, and now that's who Bueno's going to see in the rearview mirror.
Yes, absolutely there. And we'll taking a look, going back, week 22 is where this streak really started for El Barba. 10 wins for him. Week 23, he had 8. Last week had 6, and this week already 5. So continuing here again. And just great to see a guy like that just continue to play. And if you have him in fantasy $7 value, not enough. It's not enough. We're going to have to do more. We're going to talk to the guy that makes those prices here coming up next week. And we have now about 4 minutes till we get into that second game. And for those new fans that are perhaps joining us here for the first time, we got this video that's going to explain in simpler terms how highlight is played.
The main rule of highlight is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And that clock just flipped to 2 minutes. 2-minute warning till we get into that second game of this Friday matinee performance. We do have a scratch here. Game 2, post 4, scratch Fred. Replace him with CRB. Game 2, post 4, scratch Fred. Replace him with CRB.
Couple of quick things, Andrew.
Yes.
Prizepix, which I know you talk about later on in the broadcast, but I had a little action last night with the Eagles-Giants game. Took the the over on Carson Wentz, which worked out. Took the under on, I guess it's Doug Jones.
Dan Jones. Yeah.
That didn't work out quite as well, but using that flex play, I was able to get half my money back. So again,
you went with the flex.
Went with the flex. Usually, a lot of times the power play, sometimes the flex. But for our listeners, you got to check this out because after a day, maybe a night of Jai-Alai, if you're looking for more action, even Prizepix.com. I know Andrew will talk to you about it later, but it's a lot of fun, and we've got a great promo running. You deposit $100, they match it, they give you $100, so you're starting with $200, which is plenty of money to have a good time in Prizepix. And can tell them a little bit quickly, I guess, about what we do additionally for you if you send us a snapshot of that deposit with the code HIGH.
Yeah, if you sign up at Prizepix, you send us the code to info@thejai-alai-channel.com as proof that you signed up using the referral code HIGH. We'll double the cash prize if you win a week of the Jai-Alai Channel's free-to-play Fantasy Jai-Alai at fantasyjai-alai.com. We know a lot of you that are listening are playing along with that. And so definitely, if you're close to the top of that leaderboard for fantasy this week, in week 25, you know you have a good shot. Certainly sign up at Prizepix. You can deposit $100. You get a free 100 from Prizepix, and that doubles your prize for our fantasy. So a lot of free money coming your way. And that free-to-play Fantasy Jai-Alai completely free to play, so you can check that out. Go make an account. You sign up with an email, and you can win real cash. You get prizes from Magic City gear, so it's a win-win, really.
It's the ultimate day, I think. You're in Fantasy Jai-Alai, you're playing Prizepix, you're hopefully wagering a few dollars on the Magic City Jai-Alai, and as Andrew said earlier, you got Dania Jai-Alai going now too. So
12 to 12.
Yeah, Jai-Alai all day long. Fantasy Jai-Alai for free. Prizepix where you can play Jai-Alai, football, baseball, whatever you want. Sports action and fun and entertainment all day long. And it all starts right here at noontime, and we're headed to Game 2.
Yep, we got Game 2 right now. Game 2, another spectacular 7 singles match. We'll be playing back up to 7 points doubling after all those matchups there in the first round of play. To begin serving in the red shirt, post 1, we have Asier receiving the blue. Post 2, here's El Barba. El Barba keeps this forehand to the inside. That scores. It's by Asier. Point 2 first up on the board here in this second game. That'll bring to the court. White shirt, post 3. Here's Cool Fitness. Rebote missed by Cool Fitness, point 2. El Barba with 2 straight points to open up this second game. He now has the green shirt of post 4, substituting for the scratch Fred. Here's CRB. Big reverse there from CRB. El Barba lost his footing, gathers, Gets that Rebote off. CRB now, middle of the court. Plays this reverse back to the inside. Rebote's coming out. And that one missed. In and out of the cesta it goes at the 10 line, point 2. And now the black shirt to post 5 to receive. Here's Diaz. El Barba cuts it off at the 9 line, plays this reverse. And there's Diaz making a good leaping catch over his head. Plays this reverse back, El Barba. Rebote's out. Diaz plays back to the middle of the court. El Barba. One's going to cross the side wall. Diaz was there. In and out of the cesta it goes, point 2.
El Barba is like that annoying guy you play tennis against who just keeps getting the shot back and gets the shot back and
Pushing.
forces you to make the mistake. A pusher, a wall. It's
Absolutely.
amazing.
El Barba's now 4 points. He's got the yellow shirt to post 6 of Vuelo. Big reverse from Vuelo. And Barba hangs with it, gets that Rebote off to the middle of the court, and that one going to be juggled. Juggling is the call, point 2. Five straight points for El Barba. In now, pink shirt to post 7. Here's Jedden. Rebote clips the side wall, takes Jedden to the outside. Plays that forehand back inside. El Barba with a good catch. Sidearm forehand, slows it down a little bit. Here's Jedden over the top, high off the front wall. Rebote's out again, 9 line. There's El Barba. Jedden now. That one right to the middle of the court. Here's El Barba playing it back to the inside. Jedden didn't take it first time around, gets the Rebote off, but that's going to skim the overhead screen. Any part of that's out of play. Point 2. In to receive, rounding out the first round of play, purple shirt to post 8. We have Juice, also gives El Barba possible game point.
We're not playing in Mexico City. The air is okay in Miami. We need Barba to step up and fire away, Andrew.
Juice, another good catch off the serve. Here's El Barba cutting it off 8 line. Big reverse to the inside. Rebote's out. Juice got it up. Oh, that's going to hit in and score. Wow, keeps the game going. Point 8.
Impressive 6-point run.
Great 6-point run by El Barba. But Juice is on the board with 1 point. Game continues here with all points now doubled through the end of the game. Returning, here's post 1, Asier. Point 8. Returning, here's the white shirt to post 3. We have Cool Fitness. Point 3. Cool Fitness on the board with 2 points. Returning, here's the green shirt to post 4. We have CRB. CRB comes over the top with that forehand. Cool Fitness has got it at the 10 line. Will reverse back to the inside. Scooped up nicely by CRB. Here's Cool Fitness. That's a low runner, middle of the court. CRB's got that one too. Forehand brought in by Cool Fitness. He's at the 9 line, low runner. That one tight along the side wall and scoring. Point 3. Four points now for Cool Fitness. He's got the black shirt to post 5. We have Diaz. Diaz winds up the Costado, plays it inside. Cool Fitness waits for the rebote, gets it up. It's a little too high. Catches the overhead screen. That is out of play, point 5. Yellow shirt to post 6 returns. Here's Wello. That's an ace. Did he touch it, Diaz? No.
And Diaz had that serve working yesterday as well, so we'll see if he can keep those serves up.
Yeah, point 5 rather gives him 4 points. He's got Jedden receiving pink post 7. Jedden just picked up that serve before the second bounce. It's great speed to get there. Here's Diaz, plays out, rebote back inside. Jedden on a hop, brings it in. Powerful forehand. It's going to pass. Diaz sets up 8 line. Plays this back to the inside. Jedden on a hop again, right along the side wall, bringing it in. Rebote left side. That's a 2-wall as he goes to the ground. That's his shot. That works. Point 5. Game point. We're locked, folks. 5's got 6. 2's got 6. It's going to be Diaz or El Barba. 5 serves to 2 for the game. Diaz on the forehand, 11 line. Plays this one to pass. El Barba is going to wait for the rebote, digging it out, goes to the ground, sending Diaz to the outside. He's going to get there just before that side netting. Forehand again is going to pass. El Barba setting up once more, goes to the ground again. Diaz on the move and couldn't get there. Point and game. Blue shirt opposed to back-to-back for El Barba. No playoff here. 5's going to place and 3 shows. Unofficial order to finish for game number 2, 2, 5, 3, 2, 5, and 3. Official results will be coming up here in just a moment.
And, that's what he's doing, Andrew. He is frustrating a guy like Jedden, who's used to playing a more up-tempo game of highlight. He's got this sort of ephus serve almost down that I think the other guys are having, a problem with. And he slows the game down because, let's face it, he doesn't have the foot speed that a lot of these other guys have. And so
he plays to his strengths.
Exactly. Yeah. And, they need to step up and they need to kind of outthink El Barba on the court now and see what they can do to up-tempo the game and turn it around from his game to their game. And I guess we're official.
Yes, we are official now. 2-5-3, the official result of that second game. Post 2, El Barba with the win. Post 5, that's Diaz taking second. Post 3, Cool Fitness comes in third. The $2 Quinella or Quinella. 2-5. Returns $18.40 off of $2. The $2 trifecta, 2-5-3. Top 3 finishers in the exact order. You got $139.40, the return there. And El Barba to win. Just under $10, $9.40 off of $2. But out of the 2 post, you know what?
It's a gift.
Scott, you're getting over 4 times your money back there. He'll take that.
Absolutely. You look at that and just think about it in the
Not
real
much,
world.
Hey,
you put up $2, you got back more than 4 times your investment in about 6 minutes. Not bad.
And with El Barba there, who's been winning in these early games, who's in the Rebote recap. I know I put it in there. His win percentage is right up over 30% over the past couple of weeks and rising. And he's continuing to make that win percentage rise here going into the latter part of the week here. But we got game 3 coming up. Next, game 3 begins that high 5. Also another spectacular 7 singles match. We're going back up to 7 points. Points, of course, doubling after all those matchups in the first round of play. That is spectacular scoring. Another scratch here, game 3, final scratch of the day. Effects post 1, you're going to scratch Fred. and replace him with Vuelo. Game 3, post 1, you're going to scratch Fred and replace him with Vuelo. As you said here, this game also marks the start of that high five. To play the high five, correctly pick the winners of games 3 through 7. If you get all those winners right, and you are the only ticket with that combination of numbers, that is how you will cash in on that minimum $2,000 in each and every performance, the high five. And we got 400 and change in that carryover. We see that pool here just under 1,200 right now, so creeping closer to 2,000. May not get over that, but always guaranteed at that mark if you get all those winners right in games 3 through 7 and the only ticket. Post time for Game 3, just about 6 minutes away.
Congratulations to this week's Fantasy Highlight winners, Top Remen, Big Bad Donnie, and Ballo Corp. These 3 teams narrowly outlasted the rest of the field after scoring 126 points with the roster of singles players Douglas, El Barba, and CRB, and doubles pairing Carballo and Diaz. The winning teams had to wait until the final game of the week to clinch the W, ultimately finishing in a tie atop the standings in the most tightly contested fantasy race of the season. These teams were willing to splurge the $10 to draft the most expensive singles player, Douglas, who responded by compiling a balanced yet impressive stat line of 4 wins, 3 places, and 5 shows for a 41-point fantasy output. The Wonder Boy ranked second amongst the entire roster in Week 24, only to be outdone by the man who seemingly can't be stopped, El Barba. At $6, this selection proved to be a difference maker as 77 stayed red hot and dominant throughout the early singles games with his cool, calm, and collected style of play. In the end, El Barba finished with a roster-leading mark of 6 victories and 14 in-the-money finishes, which added up to 50 fantasy points for the week. At a $6 price tag, the Beard outscored 5 higher or equally priced Pelotaris, including Douglas at $10, Ron at $9, and Carballo and Ikeda at $6. With just $5 left and 2 selections to go, the winning entries decided to dip into the pot for the least expensive players and chose CRB at $2. The former Canes wide receiver showed many signs that he's starting to come into his own as a highlight player, building up his improved play to the tune of 1 win, 3 places, and 3 shows for a 20-point fantasy output. Those $2 picks can end up being pretty valuable, so don't sleep on them, as CRB outscored 8 higher or equally priced Pelotaris, including Ben at $6 and Kubala and Tennessee at $5. With just $3 remaining to select a doubles pairing, the winning teams chose the familiar duo of Carballo and Diaz. They picked up right where they left off to begin the second doubles tournament of the Doubles Championship Series, finding the win column 3 times for a crucial 15 fantasy points. Carballo and Diaz finished as the 4th highest scoring doubles pair overall, but most importantly, they did just enough to put these 3 teams over the top. Top Remen, Big Bad Donnie, and Ballo Corp will each receive a Magic City Highlight t-shirt plus a share of the $150 cash prize. It's important to note that cash prizes will remain unlocked for the duration of the season as long as there are 150 or more active teams in the league. And it doesn't end there. If the league reaches 200 members, the weekly prize money will increase to $200. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Just sign up for free at fantasyhighlight.com, pick your players, and watch your progress on the Highlight Channel. The more people who play, the more money to be won, so please help us spread the word. And remember, every week is a brand new chance to update your team and win. You can find more details regarding the Fantasy League on the Instagram page at Highlight Channel or at fantasyhighlight.com.
And folks, that was the Fantasy Highlight review. Again, congratulations to your 3 winners from last week. They will be getting $50 each in addition to a Magic City Highlight t-shirt. But as Scott was saying, talked about Prizepix a little bit there, but along with that free-to-play Fantasy Highlight has been picked up by one of the major players in daily fantasy sports, and that is Prizepix.com. Prizepix offers a unique fantasy sports platform that is a totally different experience from our weekly drafts. Prizepix allows you to bet on individual players and then mix and match amongst a variety of sports each and every day. Now, for a limited time, they're offering special incentives for signing up. Scott was talking about you go to prizepix.com, type HI, J-A-I, into the referral code field when you sign up, and if you make a $100 deposit into your betting funds, Prizepix is going to match that for you. They'll put another $100 in your account, and you don't have to do a thing. And then here's where it gets even more interesting. You talked about doubling a cash prize for winning a week of our Fantasy Jai-Alai. How you do it? Send us a picture of your computer or phone screen as proof that you use that code HIGH at signup, and that is how you will qualify for a double cash prize if you win a week of the Jai-Alai Channel's free-to-play Fantasy Jai-Alai either this season in 2020 or next season in 2021. A lot of Jai-Alai still to go here. So it's as simple as that. Sign up at prizepix.com. Use the referral code HIGH when you sign up. Make sure to take a picture of the sign-up page where we can actually see the referral code field with the word HIGH typed in it. So that's the screen before you click to submit your sign-up. Go ahead and send that photo to info@thejai-alai-channel.com, and that is how you will automatically qualify to get double the cash prize when you win a week of our Fantasy Jai-Alai. Plus, you get that $100 bonus deposit match. Free entry to get you started on Prizepix, so it's really a win-win there. Sign up at Prizepix, that's Prize, Picks.com today.
Yeah, we've already had Roland cash in on that offer, so
absolutely.
You can win, folks. You can absolutely win.
It's possible.
That's right. Oh, yesterday we also talked about the game-worn jerseys that are now available on the MagicCityCasino.com website. You go on the Shop tab, and you can actually get a game-worn jersey, post 1 or post 7. Any player you pick, and apparently yesterday, after we let people know, we already had a sale of our first game-worn jersey, so we're excited about that. But again, folks, the holidays are just around the corner.
You know what?
No better gift.
My wheels are churning here in my head. I got a couple of friends that like it. Maybe just buy a jersey. I know a guy that can maybe sign the jersey for him and give it as a gift.
Yeah, Andrew, you got a little inside track here on probably getting that game-worn jersey actually signed by the player. So very good, folks. Take a look at the shop tab, MagicCityCasino.com, and I guess we're sitting ready to go with game number 3 here momentarily.
Yeah, and there's more stuff on that shop tab as well. Some great Magic City Jai-Alai gear. If you're like myself and you know that you're probably never going to win a week of Fantasy Jai-Alai, you can definitely get it on there as well. We got game 3 coming up. 0 minutes to that third game, game 3. Another spectacular 7 singles match. We're going back up to 7 points. Points, of course, doubling after all those matchups in the first round of play. Game 3 also marks the start of that high 5. Good luck to everyone that played here today.
Yeah, we'll see if El Barba can kind of keep the sleeper hold on everybody else, or if they can wake up and figure out that they got to amp it up a little bit and try and use their strengths and exploit his weaknesses. Well, here we go.
He's a little further back here in the 6th post. We got Vlo in the red at post 1. He's serving in the blue shirt. Post 2, that's Cool Fitness. Vlo's serve here begins game number 3. Point 1. 1 first up on the board here in this third game that'll bring to the court. White shirt at post 3, we have Ben. That's an overserve. That one flew just beyond the 7 line. Point 3. Ben on the board with 1 point. He's got the green shirt at post 4. We have CRB. Ben to the outside. CRB is going to let it go. Rabote forehand played from the outside. It's a good pickup by Ben. Forehand. He's going to keep this one. To the inside, there's CRB. Ooh, Rabote 2-wall. Just above the pad and scoring. Nicely thrown. Point 4. He's been doing a lot of that here. Playing much better here, CRB. He's got 1 point in this 4th game. Black shirt to post 5. Here's Asier.
I got a point.
And that's an overserve. Point 5.
And Stu orders another pina colada after seeing that.
I like that one, Scott. Asier on the board with 1 point. We got El Barba here. Post 6. El Barba, even that ephus there. It's cut off by Asier. Reverse back to the inside. El Barba just lays it up on the Rabote. Asier's got it. Rabote forehand. That's a pretty good save by El Barba, crashing into the sidewall. Asier gets high up the wall there, in and out of the cesta. It goes. Point 6. Barba now with 1 point. Pink shirt at post 7. Here's Tennessee. That serve comes out right to the middle of the court. There's Tennessee over the top at the 11 line. El Barba slides in, makes the catch. Sidearm forehand. In and out of the cesta, Tennessee there. 0.6. 2 points now for El Barba. Rounding out the first round of play, we got the purple shirt of post 8. Here's Juice. Juice winds up the 2-wall, sails wide of the court, out of play. 0.6. And that will do it for the first round of play. All matchups rather, worth 2 points through the end of the game. Returning here, blue shirt of post 2, Cool Fitness. Oh, El Barba even lost his footing. Still got it. Gets the throw off. There's Cool Fitness reaching over his head. Got it at the 8 line. Cutting it off. Keeps inside. El Barba. Great pickup. Low runner. Back to Cool Fitness. Gets by to score. 0.6. Straight points to a possible game point for El Barba. He's got 5 points in to stop him. Here's post 1, Vuelo. Powerful reverse there by Vuelo. Rebote's out. El Barba turns it outside. Vuelo's got it. Low forehand back to the inside. Crossing the sidewall. Gets by El Barba to score. 0.1. 3 points now for Vuelo. He's got Ben. Post 3. Well, on the quick bounce, brings it in. Goes for the changeup. Ben in between, makes a good catch on the quick bounce. Comes high off the front wall with that forehand cut off from Vuelo. 9 line, clips the side wall. Rebote comes out. Ben gets a little on it. Soft touch, that scores. Hangs in there, gets the point, 0.3. 3 points now for Ben. He's got CRB in the green shirt of post 4. CRB hangs with that, makes a good catch off the serve. But the top of the pad, any part of the pad's bad. 0.3. Possible game point here for Ben. With 5 points, he's got Asier post 5 in to stop him. Ben, forehand rebote laid up off the front wall. Asier moves in, goes for the carom. Ben read it, got there on the outside. His forehand to the inside will score for the win. Point in game. White shirt post 3, Ben. No playoff here. 6 going to place. 1 will show. Unofficial order of finish for game 3. 3, 6, 1, 3, 6, and 1. Official results coming up here in just a moment.
And that's almost like a must-win when Ben gets this shot in Game 3 because like you were saying, you've got Bueno sitting in third place with Barba climbing the ranks, and Ben's only shot is to really capitalize on those early game opportunities that he gets.
Yeah, and we said it's tough in those late games to pile on the wins, and he's been getting 1-2 over the past few weeks. That's Ben. So him getting that third game, that's the one, as you're saying, he's got to dominate it, and does just that, getting into the win column here for the first time in week number 25 of the season. You see those prices up there. The results also official. 3-6-1, post 3, Ben with the win. Post 6, El Barba takes second. Post 1, Vuelo coming in third. 3-6-1 official for game number 3. The $2 Quinella there. A lot of people cashing. That's good to see. 3-6. It's going to return 1080, the $2 try. Public all over that one as well. Public doing a good job here. 107.20 off of $2. 3-6-1. It's that combination. Up next, we've got game number 4. Game 4. Yep, you guessed it. Spectacular 7 singles match. We're going up to 7 points, doubling after all those matchups in the first round of play. Once again, game 4, though, marks the start of that pick 3. Early pick 3, actually, because we got 2 now. Early pick 3 and a late pick 3. This one covers games 4 through 6. To play the pick 3, correctly pick the winners of those games, 4 through 6, for your chance to cash in on a little bonus payout as part of that pick 3. We got a later one coming up also that covers games 7 through 9. But you got 6 more minutes to play that early pick 3, and post time is, now 5 minutes away.
What I'm hoping to accomplish in the 2020 season is to come in top 3 again, both in singles and in doubles. My game plan going into 2020 season is to be as meticulous as possible. I have to find a way to find little subtle things about each and every person on the roster that I can exploit to my advantage. And I can say that because they have to do the same thing. I feel like I got the ability to do it. I've definitely put in the work. Unfortunately, that doesn't always mean success, but that's what I'm going to strive for. So that is the goal, and I think that's everybody's goal, because everybody wants to, get in the bonus money. And it is kind of like something to hang your hat on, to be able to say that, hey, I was able to be, a top 3 in singles or a top 3 in doubles. So that's definitely something that I strive for.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. One stop, boy, $20.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury. And then I have another job. I play highlight.
I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train highlight players?
When I first got the email, I thought it was pranking me.
I need some clarity on this.
I went on YouTube and I Googled highlight.
I was like, Jai-Alai. They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
Having the work, played Division I sport, and then I had a child on the way, so I dropped out.
The crack era was tough. Sports in general was a way out of our environment.
It's really game time now, man.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
We got the streets on fire. This is gonna be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father. Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is gonna pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I gotta win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Highlight became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play.
And folks, that was a trailer there for the award-winning documentary Magic City Hustle, about the start of the highlight program here at Magic City now just a few years ago. If you'd like to watch that for yourself, head over to MagicCityCasino.com. Under the highlight tab, the first button there says Magic City Hustle. You click on that, it will take you directly to the website, or another way you can do it, just type in MagicCityHustle.com directly into your browser, but either way, it will take you to that same main page where you can then make a purchase of that film for $5, and from there you can enjoy it as many times as you like.
Game 4 coming up. A couple new faces on the court for Game 4. And a few other quick mentions. We talked about it yesterday. We'll be talking about it a lot more. But we've got the U.S. National Highlight Championships coming up December 5th and 6th. As I said, over 40 people have registered. We've got 22 doubles teams. We've got over 40 singles players. A couple people reached out yesterday saying they know entries were closed, but hoping they could still get in the tournament. So we are allowing them, as long as they get their information to us today. So we should pick up 1 or 2 more players. And as I said, we got Dania players, Miami players, Magic City players, and amateurs from all around the country. And it will put a lot of the discussion, which I'll call it nicely, that takes place on the Highlight Channel, which we all appreciate. It'll put it all to rest when we see how these guys are all going to come out here December 5th and 6th on our court and handle a much faster, more athletic brand of highlight.
And that's something that we've been looking forward to for good part of almost a year. I mean, at this point, when the idea was floated out. But that'll be great to see everyone in this building playing highlight. And, for me, the guy that's kind of started in this industry a little bit later, seeing all those faces that have been playing from years, that Stu's been talking about JR, hearing those names and seeing them in the building, that's going to be a really cool experience to be able to do those games. So, that's December 5th and 6th. And is that going to be all day that Saturday, I assume? We're going to be going all day and then a little bit on Sunday as well?
It's going to be all day Saturday and Sunday. We're going to be live streaming the entire thing on the Highlight Channel. So Andrew and JR and Stu are going to be 8 hours of highlight. Nothing they would like more than 8 straight hours of highlight.
Well, you get 12 each and every Thursdays and Fridays here on the Highlight Channel, 12 to 12. You can just sit on your couch and do that. But that tournament's going to be awesome, and everyone's looking forward to it. I just asked you, I said, look, is El Barba going to be playing in it? Because this guy's incredibly hot. That'll be interesting to see how he does, because he's been playing in sort of these earlier games, but it's going to be a big step up for him in that competition. So that'll be cool to see him playing with all those guys, and all those teams should be very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And, El Barba's doing great. I know we're ready to go with Game 4, so whenever JR's ready. But the interesting thing about El Barba is he makes the move up to the late games. He's not going to do that well, but he's dominating in the early games. He's sort of like that big leaguer that goes down to AAA and just dominates, but they bring him up to the major club, and he's a 200 hitter or a 250 hitter. So
yeah, very good analogy.
Doing great where he is.
Yep, absolutely. Good analogy. Let's get into game number 4. Game 4, spectacular 7 singles match. Playing up to 7 points. Points will double still after all matchups in the first round of play. We got Tennessee in the red shirt at post 1. He's got Vlo in the blue at post 2. Well, starts things off. The nice forehand. Here's Tennessee cutting it off. Big reverse play at the 8 line. Volo goes back for it. Rabote clips the side wall. Interesting move. Gets it off on the forehand. Volo. Oh, the sidearm carom caught Tennessee going the other way. And that'll score. Point 2. Volo first up on the board in this 4th game. They'll bring it to court. White shirt at post 3. Here he is, number 77, El Barba. Volo tipped that one. Point 3. El Barba on the board here, 1 point. Green shirt at post 4 and a receive. Here's Bradley. El Barba on the forehand, middle of the court, keeps this one outside. Bradley takes a step and he gets there. Long carom, going to be a big bounce. Gets over El Barba to score. Point 4. Black shirt to post 5 and receive. First appearance here today, we have Bueno. Bueno's reverse passes Bradley there. Forehand carom Rabote takes Bueno to the outside. His carom not cutting out far enough, but does score. Point 5. Bueno on the board now. 1 point. He's got Jed in yellow shirt at post 6. Jedden keeps his forehand inside. Football guy. Yeah. Not right way to do it. You stop, put your hands up as Bueno did. Interference, of course, is the call. We'll replay it. 5 will serve to 6. Robote's out for Bueno. Plays it on the forehand. Scoop attempt gets by Jedden first time around. And missed it on the back end. 0.5. Bueno now with 2 points. Here's the pink shirt to post 7. We have Anderluck. Bueno, in and out of the cesta it goes there. 0.7. And Anderluck on the board now, 1 point. In to receive, rounding out the first round of play. Purple shirt to post 8. Here's Diaz. Diaz off the serve. Costado to the inside, cut off from Anderluck up at the 7. Robote's out. Diaz on the forehand, goes to the ground, makes the save. Anderluck tried to take it in the air, got caught in between that, gets by, and scores. 0.8. That'll do it for the first round of play. All matchups are worth 2 points to the end of the game. Returning, here's post 1. We have Tennessee. Diaz, what a catch up the wall. That was beautiful. Tennessee keeps this Robote to the inside. Here's Diaz now, winding it up. Fakes him out. Tennessee's going to try to get back there. Does. It's the Robote off. Not enough on it to reach the front wall. 0.8. Diaz now with 3 points. He's got the blue shirt at post 2 here. Vlelo. Vlelo just powers that reverse. Robote comes out. Diaz hooked it into the pad. 0.2. Vlelo now 3 points. Returning, here's El Barba. White shirt at post 3. Vlelo scooped that up nicely on the left side. Big reverse follows. El Barba was on the move early. Creative, gets the Robote off on the forehand side. There's Vlelo. 2-wall. El Barba reaches out, middle of the court. Only place he could catch it. Vlelo threw it right to him. And then hooks that Robote. 0.3. Damn. Returning here, green shirt at post 4, Bradley. It's a powerful forehand. El Barba waits for the Robote, turns it on the right side. Here's Bradley now at the 12 line. Goes for the 2-wall, not cutting out, but El Barba lost it as he was going to make the throw there. 0.4. Yellow shirt at post 6 returns. Here's Jedden. Robote left side. That's a 2-all from Bradley with a soft touch. Jedden hops, brings it in. Cortada back inside. Bradley, what a pickup. Robote forehand from Jedden back inside. There's Bradley reaching up on the right side, brings it in. Over the top of the 11 line with the forehand. Jedden, hand on the wall, brings it down. Bradley now backed up beyond the 12, looking for a big bouncer. Jedden looks for the Robote, turns it hard. It's coming out middle of the court, clipped the side wall. Bradley, long carom. Jedden gets there. Powerful back inside again with that forehand. Bradley backs up and takes it. Robote left side, that one back to the inside. Could have used 2 hands, decided to use 1. Still works, scooped up by Jedden. Oh, that was... did he catch that? Wow. And that is tipped by Jedden. What a point played by these two. Point 4.
It's Friday, Andrew, and that was a great, great point.
Yeah, hopefully we'll keep that up. Gives Bradley a possible game point. He's got 5 in to stop him. Here's Bueno. Black shirt to post 5. He's got 2 points. Bueno, carom right off the bat, sails wide of the court. That is point and game. Green shirt of post 4, Bradley. Bradley, you won. Yeah.
Oh, shit, all right.
And there are the dogs. They're barking now. All right. All right. Bradley with the win, post 4. Doing his best Tom Brady there. Diaz, post 8. This is a playoff for second and third. Diaz serves Vuelo, post 2. Vuelo keeps this reverse inside. Diaz gets that Robote off, sending Vuelo to the outside. Low hard forehand. In and out of the cest of Diaz it goes, point 2. Possible place point now for Vuelo. In to stop him, here's El Barba, post 3. Barba sidearm forehand picked up by Vuelo. Goes deep. Robote's out. Laid up high off the front wall. Vuelo's going to cut it off at the 9 line. His 2-all is going to stay inside and beats El Barba. Wouldn't say not much of a 2-all, but still scores for Vuelo. 2 gets the place. We're going to have 8 serving to 3 now. That's Diaz serving to El Barba for show. That's 3rd place. Diaz Robote at the 9 line to the outside. El Barba on the move. He gets there. Carambola. Don't know which wall that hit first, but it scores. 3 will show. Unofficial order of finish for game number 4. 4, 2, 3. 4, 2, and 3. Get those official results here coming up in just a moment.
And again, game 4 rolls around and the energy level jumps up, and you had one outstanding point there between Jedden and Bradley.
Yeah, Bradley goes through those phases where when he catches really well, I mean, he's like Spider-Man. It just sticks in the cesta there.
It's amazing. I mean, the people who got to see doubles duel 1 when you had Bradley and Bueno winning that, I mean, Bradley just made catch after catch, deep back, back against the wall, going up 2.5 feet vertical leap. I mean, it was incredible.
You can't beat him high. It's pretty tough to beat him low because he catches and you can cover, boundary to boundary there. So, pretty tough guy to get it by. And I'm looking at the comments here. Someone was saying a lot of the times he does get beat, you got to give him the 2-wall. You got to give him the Dejada because he tends to stay a little further back, as you were saying, like beyond the 13 and the 12 line, because he knows that he can really get up there and almost get anything on this court.
Absolutely. All right, you got your prices and a nice healthy win one there for you, Andrew.
We got the 1640 for the win there for Bradley. And the $2 Quinella 2-4 returns 42.60. The $2 trifecta there, 4-2-3. Top 3 finishers in the exact order. returns 298.20. Again, that result 4-2-3. Post 4, Bradley with the win. Post 2, that's Vlelo taking second. And post 3, El Barba coming in third. 4-2-3 official. And those are the prices. And folks, coming up next, the start. The first of 4 doubles games here at Magic City today. Dodging Death Part 1. We'll see if we advance to the others. Game 5, spectacular 7 doubles match. Still going up to 7 points. Points still doubling after all matchups in the first round of play. These doubles games, if you've yet to see them, have been exciting. They've been fast-paced. They've been dangerous. Everything will keep you on the edge of your seat here. Make sure to stay tuned. Game 5 coming up, and that first doubles game of the day in just 6 minutes.
If somebody 5 years ago told me that I was going to be playing professional Jai-Alai, I'd be like, what are you talking about? The most frustrating aspect of the sport is the fact that you could probably play your ass off, and because of the component of chance in the sport, you could still lose. For me, the biggest motivator, I would say, is my son, because he comes out here, sees my games, and he looks up to me as like, oh, daddy, my daddy plays Jai-Alai, and I just want to make sure I come out here, make sure I make him proud. Main goal for the 2020 season is just, come out on top. That's been my goal from day one, so just doing what I can to make that happen.
Welcome back to another edition of the Robote Recap. With just 6 weeks remaining in Magic City's 2020 season, the roster leaders were all eager to make a final charge up the singles championship standings, resulting in arguably the best overall play of the year. Douglas closed the door on any speculation that he was losing control of his lead over first place, as he showed flashes of downright dominance in many of his appearances throughout the week. The Wonder Boy rode his power, finesse, and unparalleled catching to 4 wins and 12 in-the-money finishes, the second most amongst the roster in Week 24. That gives Douglas a total of 147 victories for the season, now 17 games ahead of the mainstay in second place, Ron. Number 12 struggled to get going early in the first few performances of the week, but quickly made the right adjustments to get back into the win column on a consistent basis over the weekend. In the end, Ron finished with 5 wins to go along with 2 places and 3 shows. Although he was able to slightly cut into Douglas's lead by 2 games, the pro from the Philippines will need to ramp up the pace to a ridiculous rate over the final weeks if he has any shot of pulling off the miracle comeback. And still hanging on to that third and final bonus money slot is the South Florida legacy, Bueno. Number 22 looked like a completely different player from the previous week, exhibiting a much more consistent level of catching, patience, and shot making that led him to 3 crucial wins. At 87 victories for the season, Bueno was able to extend his lead by 2 games over the 4th place pelotari, Ben. Number 7 couldn't get into a solid rhythm at any point, as he was only able to capture 1 victory in all of his appearances. However, with 80 wins for the year, he still has a pretty good chance of stealing away 3rd place and getting that $5,000 bonus prize. Of all the standout play showcased throughout Week 24, the Golden Cesta was clinched by El Barba. The Beard has been nearly unbeatable in the early games over the past few weeks, and this past week he reigned supreme over the entire roster in the singles department. Number 77 continued with his more patient and consistent approach on the court, resulting in 6 wins to go along with 14 in-the-money finishes, which he also ranked first in amongst the roster. Over the past 3 weeks, El Barba has won 24 of his 72 singles appearances, a ridiculous clip of over 33%. Perhaps more importantly, with his total mark of 76 wins for the year, he has now played himself right back into the conversation for 3rd place, as he sits just 11 wins behind Bueno. It's going to be quite the race now, with 3 players legitimately vying for that last $5,000 prize. Congratulations again to everyone's favorite bearded pelotari on his 2nd Golden Cesta of the 2020 Magic City Jai-Alai season. Magic City kicked off the second doubles tournament of the Doubles Championship Series this past week. The favorite pairing of Douglas and Asier wasted no time making a significant statement that they're going to be the team to beat in this doubles race. Douglas's unparalleled all-around play in the backcourt paired with Asier's impressive defensive performance up in the front resulted in 3 wins, 1 place, and 3 shows. They ended week 24 tied for first place after an unworldly performance by the duo of Carballo and Diaz. In the case of Carballo and Diaz, their communication was a major key to their success from the first serve to the final whistle. Carballo and Diaz may have only finished in the money 3 times, but they made those victories count. With 3 wins out of the gate, they put themselves in a deadlock for first place. And finally, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the standout doubles play from the duo of Juice and Ron. Even though they didn't get a win in week 24, this team played by far the most consistent with Ron's stellar backcourt performance and Juice's fearlessness in the front. They ultimately ended with 2 places and 6 shows. Their 8 in the money finishes ranked first among all the pairings. Look out for Juice and Ron to crack the win column in week 25, as they've proved they also have what it takes to be a legitimate threat for the doubles crown. It's safe to say that the first week of the doubles tournament did not disappoint, and it's only going to get more intense and competitive with each point played. Make sure to catch every second of Game 5 and Game 7 of doubles action live on the Jai-Alai Channel. Shout out to this week's fantasy winners, Top Bremen, Big Bad Donnie, and Ballo Corp. These winning teams will each receive a Magic City Jai-Alai t-shirt in addition to a share of the $150 cash prize for their stellar performance in week 24. Watch our weekly fantasy review on our Instagram page at Jai-Alai Channel for more details on the winning week 24 lineup. Every week is a new chance to earn points for your fantasy team, so you can always come back to your team or join the league at any time. And remember, the cash prize of $150 sponsored by Magic City Jai-Alai will remain unlocked as long as there are 150 active league members. And that's not all. If we surpass 200 active members, Magic City has agreed to increase the prize money to $200, and it will remain unlocked at that value for the rest of the season. Visit fantasyhighlight.com to join the league for free, draft your own fantasy team, and start winning. This week's Rebote play goes to number 29, Vuelo. Vuelo's 2020 season has been somewhat of a roller coaster ride, as he's shown fans glimpses of greatness but also battled injury and a lack of consistent focus on the court. Recently, he seems to have taken control of his game again, collecting 3 wins in week 24, which is the most he's had in a single week since week 13. Vuelo was feeling confident about his game from the start, as evidenced by this particular point against Ben. Ben powered a low, hard reverse to the inside that came shooting back out for the Rebote. Vuelo had little time to react, and in a last-ditch effort, he went for a Hail Mary full extension backwards dive to dig out an incredible Rebote save just before the ball took its second bounce. They don't call him the man of flight for nothing. Take a look at this masterpiece by number 29 that earned him this Rebote play of the week.
Powerful backhand by Ben. Vuelo.
Oh,
what an effort to make that Rebote. That's great.
And folks, that was the Rebote recap from last week, bringing us right up to the start of game number 5 here. First of 4 doubles games on the day, 2 per performance. Let's get right into it. Good luck and stay safe. Game 5 will be a spectacular 7 doubles match, going up to 7 points. Points doubling after all those matchups there in the first round of play. Serving in the red of post 1, we have the team of Jedden and Bradley. Receiving in the blue of post 2, we have Vuelo and Anderluck. Jedden serve begins the doubles action. Bradley, unbelievable catch over his head halfway up the wall. Here's Anderluck. 11 line, comes over the top. Going to be a big bouncer, not for Bradley. Brings it in. Long carom, sails wide of the court. Point 2. 2-team first up on the board in this 5th game. That'll bring to the court. White shirts post 3. Here's Asier and Douglas. Serve tipped by Douglas, point 2. Green shirts at post 4. We got the team of CRB up at the front and Ben in the back. Serve just in the back part of that service box. Vlo up in the front, playing aggressive. Stops it at the 7 line. Here's Ben with a low catch at the 9 line. There's the 2-wall. Lands in. Vlo makes the catch on the outside. Here's Ben. Was there a lot of spin on that forehand. Shot out wide. Scores for the Toot team, point 2. 3 straight points for the blue team to open up this game. Black shirts at post 5. In to receive, here's Diaz and Carballo. Anderluck tried to take it in the air, tipped it up at the 9 line, point 5. That's Diaz and Carballo on the board with 1 point now. Yellow shirts at post 6. Here's the team of Juice and Ron Ron.
You stuck my fist in that shit.
Ron Ron reaching out on the left side, brings it in. There's Carballo at the 12 line. A runner back to the inside, and that one knocked down by Ron Ron, point 5. Two points for the black team. Tennessee and Bueno up there. Pink shirts, post 7, in to receive. Tennessee slows it down. Big bounce around the forehand. Carballo goes up the wall, brings it in. There's Bueno, stopping it up at the 7 line. Carballo in perfect position. Diving save. Keeps play alive. There's Bueno now. Sliding in at the 8 line. Takes the reverse right to Carballo. Long carom. That one not cutting out. Bueno's got it in the air. Goes high. 3-wall play. It's going to pass Carballo. Diving to the ground again. Great effort. That one just a little short. Into the top of the pad. Point 7. Pink shirts post 7 on the board now, and to receive, rounding out the first round of play, the team of Cool Fitness and Ikeda, post 8. Ikeda sidearm forehand. Bueno reaching back, stops it at the 8 line. Clips the side wall. Scoop attempt missed first time around. Can't dig it out on the back end. Point 7. And that will do it for the first round of play. All matchups were 2 points to the end of the game. Returning, here's Jedden and Bradley, post 1. That's a powerful forehand. Bueno goes back for it, turns the rebote back to the inside. Bradley now, forehand. Outside placement, caught by Bueno. 3-wall play. This one's going to go to the outside. Jedden looks to be in position and missed the rebote, point 7. The 3 team, Asier and Douglas, back to receive. Adverse from Douglas gets away from him. Point 7. Straight points to a possible game point for the pink shirts post 7. That's Bueno and Tennessee. In to stop him, post 4, CRB and Ben. That's a low, hard runner. Stopped by Tennessee. 12 line. That 2-wall's not cutting out. Ben brings it down on a quick bounce. Forehand stays inside. There's Tennessee again. Comes over the top at the 11 line. Ben all the way backed up beyond the 13 line, goes high narrowly above the overhead screen with that forehand. Bueno all the way back at the 9 line and turns a rebote into the pad. And this game continues. Point 4. 4 on the board, 2 points. Returning, here's post 2. Flalo and Anderluck. Flalo tried to take the serve, tipped it. Point 4. Four points for CRB and Ben. Returning, here's Juice and Ron Ron. Post 6. Ben telling CRB to stay back. He's right there for the rebote, but that was tight along the sidewall. Tough to get it up there. Point 6. The 6 team now on the board. They've got 2 points. Returning, here's Diaz and Carbai, the black shirts at post 5. Nice serve there by Juice. Carballo wasting no time. Winds up the Costado 2-wall. Gets by Juice. Split placement scores. Through Ron Ron as well. Point 5. 4 points now for the 5 team. Caden Cool Fitness return. Post 8. There's Ikeda. Karam, stopped by Diaz. Carballo had his backup, no need. The front quarter takes it. Here's Ikeda now. Beyond the 10 line, goes high off the front wall. Carballo charging in. Side arm Karam, vicious. That scores. Point 5. Gives the black team a possible game point for post 5. They have 6 points to stop them here. The red shirts. Post 1, Jedden and Bradley. Oh, that took a Magic City bounce, but Carballo hangs with it, gets the rebote off. Bradley, low back to the inside. Scoop attempt missed. Point 1. What effort by Carballo to dive and make that save, but the one team gets the point, continues the game again. They've got the white shirts post 3, Asier and Douglas. Uggs takes that reverse, fires it back to Bradley at the 13 line, clips the sidewall, sends Douglas to the outside, comes over the top, big bounce. Bradley brings it in, sidearm forehand. Douglas lets it pass, rebote left side, turned hard back to the outside. Bradley gets there. Long Karam, Asier steps in, takes it on the right side, the Cortada. Bradley brings it in at the 12. Douglas now, left side, powerful reverse. That one picked up low by Bradley again, clipping the side wall. Douglas ran out of room. Asier rebote missed. Point 1. One with 4 points, but returning with possible game point. Pink shirts post 7. That's Bueno in Tennessee. Bueno cuts it off. Powerful reverse. Jedden. 5 line. Turns that back to the inside. Tennessee now at the 11. Plays it in the middle of the court. Bradley gets there. Got it on the right side. Powerful forehand. Tennessee lets it go. Rebote into the overhead screen. Kind of a dead bounce off that back wall there for Bueno. Point 1. That gives the red team now. Jedden and Bradley. Post 1. Possible game point. Low and Anderluck in to stop him. There's Bradley. Yeah, that's a strong forehand back inside that scores for the win. Point and game. Red shirts of post 1. Jedden and Bradley. Comeback win for the one team. We got a two-way playoff. Well, just a playoff then. For second and third place, post 5 will serve to post 7. Winner of this point will take second. Loser will get the show. Bueno tipped it. 5's going to place. 7 shows. Unofficial order finish for game number 5, 1-5-7. 1, 5, and 7. Official results coming up here in just a moment.
So we get through Dodging Death 1, Andrew, with a lot of fine play, a lot of excitement, and as some people have said, a little bit of chaos out there. But that's what makes this doubles tournament outstanding, because any one of the teams on the court can win every single game. And it's amazing. It's balanced. It's great play, and got 9 really good teams in this tournament.
Yeah, and I think what we're starting to see is in that first doubles duel with Bueno and Bradley, we were just talking about it. Bradley in the backcourt is just so solid when he has a really competent front quarter up there, someone he's very confident in. And now he's got Jed, and he knows that he can turn those rebotes very quick. And Jed himself, very competitive as well. So that's an interesting team. Didn't know how they would play together, but with Bradley in the backcourt playing that way, seems to be back here healthy for these past couple of weeks, playing very well. So that's a team that could surprise a lot of people and continue to make a run up this leaderboard. Got it out of the one post there as we see those prices up on your screen. And some healthy prices for the one team. Maybe the bridge jumper back in town. 1 to win, $12.40. Not bad. The $2 Quinella, 1.5, returns $47.40. And then a 50-cent trifecta. No one had the $2 price. 1.57 for 50 cents returns $230.75. Up next, we've got game number 6. Game 6 started those feature singles games here today. You're seeing a lot of new faces in the singles department. Getting Kubala, Ron, Carballo, Douglas, and Ikeda. 5 new faces out there for the first time here in this 6th game. For singles, at least. Going up to 7 points. Points doubling after all those matchups in the first round of play. Post time for that 6th game. Just 6 minutes away. Outside placement from Poole. Asier goes back for the rebote, diving, and that's a 2-ball, and lands just in. That will score.
Goes in from the 4 line. Outside placement stopped by Willow. Willow plays it back. Bueno, what a rebote save on the left side. Stopped on the forehand of Jin. What a beautiful rebote. Jin on the run, 2 bounces, scores. Back to the inside, Carballo goes. Douglas with the blind save.
Wow.
Just lobbed it up under his arm. Rebote thrown beautifully. Antelope gets out of the way. Rebote's back up. What a fine effort. This is a 2-ball. El Barba on the run. And it scores. Carballo picks the serve. Here's the reverse. That is a diving save by CRB. Somehow gets rid of it in time without holding it. Here's Anderluck. Carballo diving save. What a fantastic rebote thrown by Carballo. diving save. It's up. It's in. It's scored.
Wow.
That's why you never give up.
Big left side takes an interesting hop, goes to the outside. There's Douglas. First play back to the inside. High bouncer. Carballo waits for it.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Rebote save.
Carballo's there. Sidearm carom, split placement. Kubala up at the 5 line. Willow, that's in play. That is absolutely in play.
All right, you saw the top 10 rebotes here, and we're back coming up on game number 6, which sort of serves as the in-between game between 5 and 7, dodging death 1 and dodging death 2.
Yeah, because we need a break between the playing them back to back.
You have to, because I think the blood pressure gets up so high.
I don't think Stu.
I know for Stu's sake, we can never do back-to-back doubles games. It just won't happen. And this is the tail end of the pick 3 games 4, 5, 6, and. A couple people alive with some big payoffs in the pick 3, and a couple that are only 2 of 3, which usually is sort of a sign as to how we're going to do in the high 5. So
yeah, well, I mean,
so we'll see. I would think that some people are probably still alive in the high 5, pending the outcome of game 6.
Yeah,
so.
you got to think. I mean, Ben winning that 3rd game, one of the favorites, and then Bradley game 4 is kind of a wild card. You expect some people to take him. Hadn't been winning at that big of a rate here, but finds the win column, post 4 kind of right in the middle, and then Jed and Bradley, although maybe not one of the favorites, right in that 1 post for game 5. So this game 6 and 7 here coming up, if you get chalk and chalk, very good chance that perhaps that high 5 could still be going, but obviously you never know.
Absolutely, we will see, and I won't say what I'm rooting for, Andrew, but like I said, the green ink on my hands is getting harder and harder to get off there. So we're 0 minutes to post, so
0 minutes.
6.
Let's do it.
Coming up here momentarily.
And game 6, spectacular. 7 doubles, no, singles. 1 game away from that doubles game again. Spectacular 7 singles match here, game 6. It started the feature singles games here at Magic City to close out this program. Game 6 going up to 7 points. Points doubling after all matchups in the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt to post 1 here, we have Kubala. Receiving in the blue post 2, there's Bradley. Kubala serve begins game number 6. That's a tip by Kubala there. Point 2. Bradley first up on the board in game 6. That'll bring in the court. White shirt to post 3. Here's Ron Ron. Soft touch on the 2-wall there from Bradley. Ron on the outside, takes a peek, plays it back. Oh, what a pickup. Quick bounce. Bradley makes the adjustment, takes it on the right side. Fowers it back. There's Ron. Gets that rebote on the right side. Back up and over Bradley to score. Point 3. Ron on the board, 1 point. Green shirt to post 4 and to receive. Here's Bueno. Rebote forehand from Ron up at the 6 line. Cut off by Bueno. Winds it up. Clips the sidewall there. He's got it on a scoop. And the forehand to follow. Cortada will score. Point 3. . Black shirt to post 5. In a receive, here's Carballo. Carballo runner to the inside. Ron's got that low. Powers reverse at the 8 line. Rebote's out along the side wall. Not enough space to get it up on the front wall. Point 3. 3 straight points for Ron. Brings out the yellow shirt to post 6 now. We have Ben. That one into the Chula, not coming out. Point 6. Ben on the board, 1 point. He's got pink shirt to post 7, Douglas. Ben, good catch at the 10 line. Powerful reverse. Douglas reaches up, takes it on the right side. This one goes to pass. Ben hangs with it, clips the side wall. Douglas scoops it up. Cortada, that'll score. Point 7. And in now to receive, rounding out the first round of play. Purple shirt to post 8 here. We have Ikeda. Douglas goes back for it. And to the ground to make that Rebote save. Here's Ikeda. Back over the top, keeping inside. Douglas gets it up. Ikeda charging in. Feet on the wall. Powerful forehand back inside. It's exactly what he's got to do. Throw it where your opponent is not. Point 8. And that will do it for the first round of play. All matchups worth 2 points to the end of the game. Returning post 1, we have Kubala. Kubala. Reverse, clips the sidewall, coming back. There's Ikeda. Turns it to the outside. Kubala goes back inside with that. Ikeda couldn't get it as it crossed the side wall there. Tough play to make. Point 1. Kubala on the board with 2 points. He's got the blue shirt at post 2. Here's Bradley returning with 1 point. Bradley from the outside. Long carom. Got away from him. Actually hit the top rail up there. That's out of play. Point 1. 4 points for Kubala in post 1. He's got the green shirt at post 4. Bueno. Rebote comes out to the 10 line where it's caught by Bueno. Comes back over the top. Kubala runs back around him. Makes the catch on the right side. To the inside. Tipped by Bueno. Gets by to score. Point 1. Straight point second time around for Kubala to a possible game point now. He's got 6. Into stopping black shirt to post 5, we have Carballo. That's a strong reverse from Carballo. Kubala setting up middle of the court. This one stays inside. It's a great pickup by Carballo. Clipped the side wall as it came out on that reverse. Kubala hard back to the inside. And that's tipped and scores for the win. Point in game. And a tattoo kiss for Kubala. Red shirt of post 1. 3 will place. The remaining teams will pair off and play off for show. 6 first serves to 7. Douglas on the outside powers that costado to score. 0.7. 8 will now serve to 2. The winner of this point will take on 7 for show. Ikeda cuts that off at the 8 line, goes deep with a reverse. Bradley moves up for it. Another soft touch on the 2 wall. Ikeda in the middle of the court's got it. Plays back inside, where it'll score. 0.8. 7 serves to 8. This is show point. Douglas, powerful forehand rebote. Here's Ikeda. Karam rebote attempt into the pad. 7 takes the show. Unofficial order finish for Game 6, 1-3-7. 1-3 and 7 official results coming up here in just a moment.
And we sit back here and we watch all these guys and we root for all of them, but you see someone like Kubala who's strictly a late game player, been struggling, and to come out and win this game, we're all happy for him back here.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, you got to click back here. Week 24, nothing in the win column. Week 23, Kubala missed. Week 22, he didn't have any wins. You got to go all the way back to week 21. So first win for Kubala here. Definitely in the month of October there. It's been, almost a full month, as the folks are saying at home there. They're on top of all the stats in the chat here. They were right on that. And first win for Kubala in these last couple of weeks. A guy that finished second place overall in those championship singles standings last year. He's kind of gone through a bit of a rough patch here, but good to see him, as you said, get back into win column. Hopefully that boosts his confidence a little bit and he can build off of that performance. And on the year for him, that's win number 54. Just one ahead of Carballo. It's funny, they're right. One game separates them after they were 2 and 3 in those standings respectively last season. 54 wins for Kubala on the year and 53 for Carballo, for those wondering at home. As we see those prices up there, the 137 official, post 1, Kubala with the win. Post 3, Ron takes second. Post 7, Douglas coming in third. The $1 pick 3, $1, 411. 3 of 3 numbers. Looks like one person may be taking home $924.80. Congratulations to that individual. Wow, 137. The $2 trifecta, 137, 162 even. At Quinella, Public all over it. 18.60 even with Kubala on top there. Ron coming in second. 18.60 off of $2. And you've had a moment to breathe, rest, and we're right back into it. Game 7, another doubles game. Spectacular 7 scoring. Back up to 7 points. You know the drill. Points double after the first round of play. Post time for this 7th game, which also begins the late pick 3. Same as that early pick 3. Just got to pick the winners of game 7 through 9. Works the exact same. Post time for that 7th game is now just 6 minutes away.
My favorite part about playing professional Jai-Alai is probably the free Gatorades and free waters. My favorite part about being a professional Jai-Alai player, when I play, my mind is so clear. It's really the only time that I'm able to focus on just one thing. It's very exhilarating and exciting, and I love exercise, and I love to be competitive. It just feels like I'm finally getting to do what I want to do every day.
And that's Kubala back in the win column. First time, as we said, since all the way back to week 21 for a guy of that caliber. Kind of been a tough stretch here. Good to see him get back into that win column, as Scott was saying, and one that we hope that he can carry some positive momentum coming from that one and continue on that good play here in the closing weeks of this 2020 season. brings us now to just under 5 minutes, still game number 7. Second doubles game of the day here. And begins the late pick 3 again. And those will pays for the high 5.
Clean hands for me, Andrew. Clean hands.
Start to see the whites of his hands
picked
again.
5.
Yeah.
So I guess that gives us a double carryover.
Yeah,
we had a carryover from yesterday, and now we'll be going till 4 o'clock. And based at the statistical clip that our guys are hitting it, they should probably hit.
Yeah,
it.
right around 1 and 3. It's carried over 2 times. So that next performance may be the one.
And hopefully that'll bump up substantially over $2,000.
Yeah,
so get some interest in playing that at the 4 o'clock performance and get it to $3,000. So good opportunity to win a lot of money. And the high 5 in the Twilight performance, as it's officially called, I believe.
Yes. Matt 2, Twilight Afternoon. A lot of different names for it. All the same here. And that'll be, there's 400 and change going into it. I think there was 1,300. Don't know what it finished at. Sometimes it finishes a little higher than we see here up on the screen. So carry over another 500-600 in there. Should be looking at right as $1,000 in the carryover going into that afternoon performance here today. So that high 5, as Scott was saying, 1 in 3 about. Up over 30% on the year that's been getting hit at. So how
does a wager that's 32,000 to 1 technically is being hit 1 out of every 3 times? These guys they're good players.
Yeah.
They're very smart players. They know who they can eliminate.
Yeah.
So
really shows how good the public is at home. And we've talked about the 1 ticket so many times. We've seen the board with just 1 ticket, and the amount of times we've seen that is pretty unbelievable there. So they're on top of it. And credit to them. They watch all these games, and it's been quick with these doubles too. We've only been in the second week of the doubles, and already they've been handicapping them pretty well. So
the doubles is exciting because anybody can win every game, which is great, and all the teams. If you looked at it, I know that when you and Stu were sort of talking about it, you're looking at who the strongest teams were, and honestly, if you want to look at a weak team, you might have said Ben and CRB, but they're on the board. Vuelo and Anderluck, but they're on the board.
Yeah.
So there's no one really that you can eliminate wholeheartedly in any of these doubles games. Obviously, you're going to say, well, Douglas Aussier. You look at Juice and Ron, but they're not even at the top of the standings. Carballo and Diaz are there. So they're great wagering opportunities, and it's also a very even tournament.
Yeah, and definitely the most even one we've seen. I don't know that first tournament. I don't know how many wins the top team had when that bottom team got their first one of the week, or first one of the tournament rather. But Aussier and Douglas at 3, and then every other team is on the board. So 2 games separates it. Either of those bottom teams, you got Cool Fitness and Ikeda with 1, Vuelo and Anderluck with 1, Juice and Ron with 1. They get 1 more here. They're just a game outside of that top spot. So it's neck and neck, log jam there for those double standings, and we hope that stays the same way through this end of the 2020 season. But now to get you all up to the start of that 7th game, for those new fans that may have missed this explanation video at the top of the program, we got it for you again here that explains in simpler terms how Jai-Alai is played.
The main rule of Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And that clock just turned to 0 minutes, and we are ready to get into game number 7. A good opportunity for these teams. The top team, tied for first. Aussier and Douglas have a bye in this game, so good opportunity for these teams to get 1 more in the win column. Game 7, spectacular 7 doubles match. Back up to 7 points. Points double after all matchups in the first round of play here. Serving in the red shirts of Post 1, We have the team of El Barba and Kubala, fresh off of their bye game. And receiving the blue post 2, got the team of Bueno and Tennessee. El Barba serve. Begins game number 7. Tennessee comes over the top with that forehand. In and out of the cesta of El Barba, it goes there, point 2. Two first up on the board in this 7th game. That'll bring to the court. White shirts post 3. Here's Juice and Ron Ron. Juice missed the serve up there in the front court. Ron Ron's reverse back is missed by Tennessee. Scores point 3. 3 on the board, 1 point. Green shirts post 4 here. Diaz and Carballo. Carballo comes hard over the top of that forehand. Ron Ron reaches up, brings it in left side. Going deep. Diaz sensed it. Moved back for it. Takes the rebote up at the 4 line. Ron Ron cuts it off. 8 line, back to Carballo. Runs in, fires that one deep. Calls for Juice to take it. Sets up at the 5 line. And the soft touch on the rebote will score for Juice. Point 3.
Oh, wait, who was that?
Black shirts post 5, and you have Volo and Anderluck. That one's an overserve. Point 5.
So you can touch high and
5 team on the board with 1 point. Yellow shirts post 6 back. You're Jedden and Bradley. Strong forehand taken on the right side of Anderluck. Powers this one back. Bradley rather thought about it. Lets Jedden take the rebote up at the 8 line. Jedden got caught on the inside. Bradley got his back up. Scoop attempt missed. Point 5. Pink shirts post 7. Here's CRB and Ben. Point 7. And in now to receive, rounding out the first round of play, the purple shirts post 8. You got Cool Fitness and Ikeda. And that one's an overserve. Point 8. That will do it for the first round of play. All matchups were 2 points through the end of the game. Red shirts post 1. You have El Barba and Kubala back to receive. Kubala winds up the Gostado 2-wall, stopped by Cool Fitness. And that return will score. Point 8. 3 points now for the 8-team blue shirts. Post 2 return. Bueno in Tennessee. Tennessee tried to placement shot to the outside corner. Ikeda took it in the air. Tennessee now backed up beyond the 12 line, and that forehand a little too high. Caught the upper rail there. Point 8 gives the purple team possible game point. That's Ikeda and Cool Fitness. And to stop them, Diaz and Carballo. Green shirts to post 4. Costado Dejada Did that yesterday. Cool Fitness got time, runs under it. Powerful forehand. Ikeda gets out of the way. Tipped by Carballo. That'll score for the win. Point and game. Purple shirts a post day point and a perfect game for Ikeda and Cool Fitness. We'll have a playoff now for second and third place. Post 3 serves post 5. That's an overserve. 5 places, 3 gets the show. Unofficial order of finish for game number 7, 8-5-3. 8-5-3. We'll get those official results here coming up in just a moment.
Big sigh of relief. We make it through Dodging Death 2 in the matinee with some stellar play once again, and a major logjam occurring in this doubles tournament, which is just great to see. Great to see. I know I'll have prices in a minute, but all these teams on the board, all bunched up with co-leaders with 3, every bunch of guys with 2, a bunch of teams with 1. Really great.
And if you're looking at the stats here for week 2 in particular, for that win for Cool Fitness and Ikeda, now every team has at least one in the money finish through the first 5 games. So that shows you how balanced that it's really
fantastic.
been. Yeah, and the overall standings reflect that too. We'll get to those prices first before we get into those standings. Well, the public didn't think the 8-5 was going to come in. We got consolations in the Quinella and the Exacta. So 8 all returns 740. Quinella 5 all returns 680. And Exacta 8 all returns 3960. And we missed the all 5, but we'll get back to that. The $2 try, 370 even. And the high 5 was not hit. 3-4-1-1-8, the combination. 3 of 5 numbers. Returns 5680 carryovers. We said just under $1,000. 935 and change headed into this afternoon performance there, which, if we get what's typically bet into it, could put that pool up over $2,000.
That's what we're looking for, a nice, healthy $13.40 win price. And I'm going to go get some work done on the casino side, Andrew, and you'll take it the rest of the way, and then onward to the 4 o'clock performance. And Stu, we're thinking of you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Scott, for joining us. Great start there for the first couple of games in this. We got 2 more here in this Friday matinee performance, and then we got 9 more games for you at 4 p.m. And then, if you're feeling very adventurous tonight, you can stay for the late session. That's Dania Jai-Alai, 7 p.m. through about 11. So yeah, we got almost 12 hours of nonstop Jai-Alai on the Jai-Alai channel here for you on every Thursday and Friday, at least for these last couple of weeks while our season is still going. Post time for game number 8. Game 8's going to be a spectacular 7 singles match again. Final one of the day. Post time, just 5 minutes away.
You're a sportsman, aren't you? Sort of. You like Jai-Alai? I like the way it's spelled. Me too. Yeah, with a J. How'd that get in there?
I can handle your workload without any help. Andy Glam, former J. Crew employee. Dr. Dante Octavarius, seahorse breeder.
Oh, the kid is hot tonight.
He better be. I got him wheeled in the Trifecta.
Shunk Dunkirk, incontinent Jai-Alai instructor. Incontinent Jai-Alai instructor? Incontinent Jai-Alai instructor. All right, I'm calling it.
I'm trying out a new persona. I'm club owner and Jai-Alai enthusiast, Barry Mexico.
What a fun and lazy character name. Was it your first thought?
You know it. Barry Mexico gets down to business.
Daily Fantasy Jai-Alai on Prizepix.com. Sign up with the referral code HIGH, that's J-A-I, to get a special first-time deposit match. Just pick over or under. It's as simple as that. There's no salary cap or draft, only the lines. It's Daily Fantasy Sports, simplified at Prizepix.com.
And folks, sign up at Prizepix. You saw the pop culture, Prizepix. Keep signing up there. As Scott was saying, if you sign up, use the referral code HIGH, not only do you get a $100 bonus deposit match, but you also get double the cash prize if you win a week of the Jai-Alai Channel's free-to-play Fantasy Jai-Alai. And that's at fantasyjai-alai.com. Those are new contests available each and every week, run exclusively, run by the Jai-Alai Channel. Cash prize available each and every week to the winner, in addition to a piece of Magic City gear. We have over 150 active players, which means that cash prize is locked at $150. If we get up over 200 players by the end of the season, Magic City said they would up that cash prize to $200 per week. So with about 6 weeks left here, we're hoping to get up over that 200 mark so we can up that cash prize for you guys. So if you sign up for Prizepix and you win a week of the Fantasy Jai-Alai, you can have as much as $400 coming your way if we eclipse that 200 mark. But for Roland there, he did it a couple weeks ago, signed up for Prizepix, won the $150 cash prize outright, so $300 headed his way. Still a nice chunk of change for risking absolutely nothing to play that free-to-play Fantasy Jai-Alai. So sign up, fantasyjai-alai.com, or if you know people that are signed up that haven't been setting their lineup, encourage them to keep playing. It's completely risk-free to do it. You can win cash, you can win gear. No reason not to. Sign up at fantasyjai-alai.com. Game 8 now. 2 minutes from the start. We'll look at the single standings now. Sorry, not the single standings. Look at those double standings after that 7th game. And as Scott was saying, Ossier and Douglas, 3 wins for that team. Diaz and Carballo, 3 wins. Those two are tied, but 5 teams are tied in 3rd place with 2 wins. You have El Barba, Kubala, Bueno and Tennessee, CRB and Ben, Jedden and Bradley, then Cool Fitness and Ikeda picking up the win there in that 7th game. They got their 2nd of the season. And the only 2 teams with 1 win, you have Vuelo and Anderlecht. They've got the least amount of in-the-money finishes there with 3, tied with Cool Fitness and Ikeda. And then Juice and Ron only 1 win, but 9 in-the-money finishes. That's 2nd amongst the roster, so that team maybe not one to worry about and could certainly rise up those standings here as this doubles tournament progresses into the final weeks. We see the clock up at 0 minutes. Let's get into Game 8, final spectacular 7 singles match of this performance.
Game time.
We're ready to begin Game 8. Game 8, spectacular 7 singles match going up to 7 points. Points doubling after all matchups in the first round of play. To begin, serving in the red at post 1, we have Ben receiving the blue at post 2, Kubala. Ben's serve begins game number 8. Ben waits for the rebote. Gets it up off the side wall. There's Kubala charging in. Fires that forehand. Picked up by Ben. Runner back to the inside. Is going to pass Kubala. Takes it on the back end. Ben on the forehand now. Softer play to the corner of the front wall. Picked up by Kubala. Kubala slows it down. Looking for a bit of a bounce. Ben brings it in. Kubala on the inside. Picata. Brought down by Ben. Rebote once more. Ben gets that one up. Karam from Kubala. There's Ben on the outside. Gets there. Showing good speed. Forehand back. Kubala running with it. Hangs with it. Diving save. Gets a bounce. Ben there on the outside. Good positioning. Goes for the Dejada. The soft play. Gets a bounce off that side wall. And a slide by Kubala. Point's going to go to Ben. Great point to start off this 8th game. Point 1. Ben with 1 point. Here's the white shirt at post 3. We have Douglas. Ben turns to Rebote. Clip the sidewall. There's Douglas pulling it back to the inside. Tipped by Ben, point 3. Douglas with 1 point. Here's the green shirt to post 4, Carballo. Douglas turns that Rebote hard. There's Carballo in the middle of the court. Plays it back inside. Not inside enough. Douglas takes it in the air. Rebote comes out. Sails out of play, point 3. Here's the black shirt to post 5, Ikeda. Ikeda passes on the left side to open it up. Douglas plays it back, cut off, 9 line. Back to the inside with that reverse. Douglas Rebote left side. Ikeda runs around, takes it on the forehand, plays it to the inside, one hand. Douglas stops it right in its tracks. Here's Ikeda now, hand on the wall, crashing in, keeps it over the top to the inside. Douglas forehand, Rebote just flicks it up. That works. Ikeda on a quick bounce, bringing it in. Passes on the right side, sidearm forehand. Once again, just got to flick it up there. Does all he can, and that's working. Ikeda lower and harder this time. That one scores. Point 5. Yellow shirt to post 6. Here's Ron. Rebote forehand out of knee from Ikeda. Scores. Missed by Ron at the 10 line, point 5. Here's post 7, Anderluck. And a good catch off the serve there. Plays that reverse back, taken by Ikeda on the right side. Forehand. Anderluck directly over the top. Narrowly missed Ikeda. Comes back to the inside. Rebote forehand. Gonna hit, but not gonna stay within the lines. That's out of play. Point 5. Third point for Ikeda. In to receive now, rounding out the first round of play. Purple shirt to post 8. Here's Jedden. That's an overserve. Point 8. That'll do it for the first round of play. All matchups. So we're 2 points now through the end of the game. Returning post 2, Kubala. Backed up beyond the 11. Kubala with a nice catch. Reverse played right back. Rebote's coming out for Jedden. Turned hard back to the inside. Stays to the inside to get out of the way. Runs back around Kubala. Sets up at the 8 line this time. Thought about it. Kubala's going to let it pass. Turns to Rebote. Going to be a big bouncer brought in by Jedden at the 7 line. Hard back inside. Kubala lets it go. Turns the Rebote back to the inside. Kubala gets it up, clipping the side wall. Sending Jedden to the outside where that is missed. Point 2. Returning his red shirt to post 1, Ben. Kubala goes deep. Rebote's out on the left side. Ben turns a 2-wall. Good idea, just a little wide. Point 2. 4 points for Kubala. He's got Carballo in the green shirt at post 4. Back to receive. Kubala dropped it at the 9 line, point 4. Carballo with 2 points. He serves the returning 3 posts with 2 points. There's Douglas. Carballo, good catch on the left side. Keeps this to the inside. Rabote's out. Carballo goes for the 2-wall off the Rabote. That one into the top of the pad. Point 3. Douglas serves post 6, Ron. That one into the pad. Point 6. And Ron on the board with his first 2 points. Here's post 7 returning Anderluck. Anderluck, good catch off that side wall. Goes deep. Rote coming way out up at the 5 line. Ron turns that from the right side. Anderluck, forehand Rote, just does get enough on it. Ron in the middle of the court, takes a look, fires that costado to the inside, and Anderluck is there. This one's going to pass. Ron flicks up the forehand Rote. Anderluck lets it bounce. Soft 2-wall played back. Ron, soft touch on the 2-wall from the outside. Will score. Point 6. Four points now for Ron. He's got post 5. Returning Ikeda. That one way out again. Turn hard to the inside. Ikeda goes back for it. Just does dig it out. Not going to keep it below that overhead screen. Point 6. That gives Ron 6 points and a possible game point. In to stop him, purple shirt at post 8, we have Jedden. Ron up at the 7 line. Powerful reverse. Rote comes shooting out. Jedden stays with it. Plays it back inside. Winding up the costado. That one inside. Jedden slides in. Makes a nice catch. Jedden on the forehand. 8 line sidearm. Ron runs under it. 8 line. Back. Rabote missed. Point and game there. Yellow shirt at post 6. Ron. Playoff now for 2nd and 3rd place. We got post 2 serving post 3. That's Kubal will be serving to Douglas for 2nd and 3rd place. Kubal turns that 2-wall. Douglas is there on the outside. Goes for that soft carom with a ridiculous cut, and it works again. Wow. Point 3, point in place, post 3, 2 will show. Unofficial order finish 4. Game number 8, 6, 3, 2, 6, 3, and 2. Get those official results coming up in just a moment. And results of that 8th game now official. Post 6, Ron with the win. Post 3, that's Douglas taking 2nd. Post 2, Kubala coming in 3rd, 6-3-2. The official order finish for that 8th game. The mighty Ocho, 4-2-3, 4-1-1, 8-6, 5 of 8 numbers, going to return 1980. That carryover building up, approaching 2,000. The $2 Quinella there. Yeah, Douglas Ron. You got to figure it's going to be low. 1260. Off of $2. That $2 trifecta there. 632. Equally low. 5760. A lot of people cashing. Up next, the 9th and final game. This Friday matinee performance. At Superfecta 9-point singles match. This game will be played to 9 points as opposed to 7. All points still doubling after all those matchups in the first round of play. Post time for that 9th game, which closes out that late pick 3. Only opportunity to bet that Superfecta wager as well coming in game 9. Everything will get going here in just about 6 minutes. And to get you all up to the start of game number 9 here, you said a couple subtle differences between those 7 and 9-point games. In this video, we'll clear everything up for you in regards to Spectacular 9 scoring. Take a look.
Spectacular 9 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 9 points wins the game.
And we're back now just 4 minutes from the start of that 9th game. So Ron picking up the win there in game number 8. Fantasy owners, if you took him, can breathe a little sigh of relief. First win of the week there for Ron. But he's still getting you some points there. He's got 3 places in 1 show, so those 5 points will be big, though. 16 total for him. But out to the early fantasy lead, and I don't know if you can make this guy expensive enough. This El Barba in these early games, 35 fantasy points through these first games. Got another performance here. We're halfway through the week for El Barba, so he's played half of his games, 35 fantasy points in the singles department. Unbelievable numbers he's been putting up. Second place, you got Douglas there, 28 fantasy points, 4 wins, 2 places, and 1 show. So if you had El Barba and Douglas, that's $17, pretty significant portion of your budget. You got to go $2, but yeah, CRB is a good $2 option. So he got Juice with a couple places. Cool Fitness, he's been on the board 3 times already. All those guys at $2 options. And then those doubles teams at $2, I'll tell you what, pretty good value here. Jen and Bradley, they got a win. Volo and Anderluck, they've been in the money this week 2 times already. A place in the show for them. And then that final $2 team there, yes, CRB and Ben. Another win for them and a place. So doubles fantasy, pretty well balanced. That $6 team there of Osir and Douglas, only 7 fantasy points. So yeah, if you spent them, you're hoping for a little bit of a rebound performance, but those doubles games are awfully tough to close out in the second tournament. Not as easy as perhaps that first one. post time for that 9th game is now just 2 minutes away. And with that, folks, let's get into the final game of this Friday matinee performance, Game 9. That Superfecta 9-point singles match. Spectacular 9 scoring, going up to 9 points. Points doubling after all matchups in the first round of play. That is spectacular scoring. Serving in the red of post 1, we have Ben. Receiving the blue of post 2, Bueno. Ben's serve begins the 9th and final game. With a drop ball, point 1. Ben on the board, 1 point. He serves the white shirt to post 3. Here's Carballo. Ben goes outside, lands in, and scores, point 1. Back-to-back points for Ben to open up this 9th game. Well, he's got the green shirt to post 4. Here's Douglas. Douglas powers that forehand. Ben gets enough on it to get the rebote up. Here's Douglas on the outside. He's going for that 3-wall placement play. And into the... lands into the side netting. That's perfectly executed there, point 4. Douglas with 1 point. Here's Ron Black, shirt to post 5. Douglas, powerful carom. He's not going to get there, point 4. Here's the yellow shirt to post 6, Anderluck. Anderluck over the top. There's Douglas with the high scoop. Anderluck reaching. Missed it. Point 4. Douglas with 3 points. He serves pink shirt to post 7, Ikeda. Douglas plays this outside. There's Ikeda back to the middle of the court. Here's Douglas running in, takes it. Strong reverse, rebote's out. Ikeda keeps this one inside. Douglas taking it in the air. Fakes the 2-wall, keeps that inside where it'll score, point 4. Kubala gets that serve. Fires the reverse. Rabote forehand played from Douglas. Kubala at the 7 line. Rabote once more. Karam Rabote from the inside. Wow. Point 4. All points now doubled through the end of the game. Returning post 2, Bueno. Bueno had it for a second. Out of the cesta it goes there, point 4. Straight points to a possible game point here for Douglas in this 9th game. He's got 7. In to stop him, post 3, Carballo. Douglas goes back for it, forehand Rabote. Played back inside, there's Carballo at the 9 line. This one passes, Rabote. Left side, turned hard by Douglas. Carballo winds it up. The Costado de Jada again. That one not working. Douglas with plenty of time to get there. That 2-all, though, does score for the win. Pointing a perfect Superfecta game. Post 4, Douglas. 1 places, that's Ben. The remaining teams will pair off and play off for 3rd and 4th place. 5 first serves to 6. Anderluck. That one came up short. 0.5. 7 will now serve to 8. To remain in this playoff for show and quad points. That reverse from Kubala passes. Ikeda to the outside. Not going to stay in, just wide. 0.8. 2 will now serve to 3. Winning player will stay in with 5 and 8 for show and quad points. Bueno on the forehand. Outside placement. Carballo gets there. Cortada brought in by Bueno. Great pickup on the left side. Passes Carballo now at the 9 line. Here's Bueno. That Karam into the pad. 0.3. 5, 8, and 3. Playoff for 2 spots. 5 first serves to 8. Kubala, soft touch on the 2-wall. Ronron's got time to get there. His forehand's going to score. 0.5. Possible show point now for Ronron. Here's post 3, Carballo. Ron winds it up to the inside, faked him out. That scores. 0.5. 5 takes the show. 8 will now serve to 3. This is for quad point. Carballo caught it but ran out of space there along the sidewall. 8 takes the quad. Unofficial order of finish for 9th and final game. 4-1, 5-8. 4-1, 5-8. We'll get those official results coming up in just a moment. Results is Game 9, now official. Post 4, Douglas with the win in a perfect game. Post 1, Ben taking second. Post 5, Ron comes in third. And Post 8, Kubala takes the quad. 4-1, 5-8 is now official for that 9th and final game. His first performance of the day. Wait for those prices here in just a moment. There are your prices for Game 9. $2 Quinella, $27 even. The $2 try, 415, 120, 80. Let's look at that late pick 3. Give us a moment. The late pick 3, 864, 3 of 3 numbers, going to return 155.80 in the 10-cent Superfecta. 4-1, 5 and 8. That's going to return $37.85.
Being the overall champ in the rookie season was great. I put in hours and hours of hard work in the off-season practicing, and just to show that it paid off in the end, it was really great. My goal for the 2020 season is to stay healthy, play to the best I can, but definitely I would love to repeat winning singles and doubles again this year. Like I said, I think it's going to be a lot harder, but it's definitely a push that I want, and I'm happy that everybody's getting better, and it's going to be harder for me because it pushes me to be better, and that's what I want ultimately. I would love to be the champ again this year. I am definitely going to try my best. Like I said, the competition is getting better every day. And so I'm going to push to be the best again, but we'll see. It's going to be a long 7-month season, and I'll hope to repeat what I did again.
And that was Douglas picking up the win in that Superfecta game, running it perfect, dominant performance from start to finish. Great way to close it out for him. 5th win this week. It looks like him and El Barba again are going to go for that Golden Cesta. 6 wins for the Beard, number 77. 5 wins for Douglas, the Wonder Boy. We'll see how that action closes out. Should be a good race. One in the early games, one in the late games. Something to look forward to in both of those sets, mixed in with those doubles games. Should be a great afternoon performance in store for you all. So that will do it, folks, for this Friday matinee performance of Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City and on the Jai-Alai Channel. We're glad that you chose to join us this afternoon or morning, and invite you to join us again at 4 p.m. and we'll play 9 more action-packed games. We sure hope that you enjoyed today's Jai-Alai action. Please like and subscribe to the Jai-Alai Channel on YouTube and let us know your thoughts and any questions you might have in the comment section. And on behalf of the players, staff, and management of Magic City Jai-Alai, we thank you for joining us today, and we hope you'll join us again at 4 p.m. Goodbye till we can see you back here at Magic City Jai-Alai. Have a good afternoon, everyone. We'll see you at 4 p.m.